Wasn't expecting a mirror match to be happening here either, because this comp deviates away, and Dapper on Chamber is one of those big deviations. Starts it out with a bang.
Straight on the other side, it's the 1-for-1. Both jets going down. Centerpieces for either team, the players that they build around the most. It's going to be creating it now into a 4v4 in the pistol round, and it is explosive at that. Tex firing off a couple of those shots at a headhunter. Not going to be rewarded with the kill, but Doms is quite low, and Android just peeking in that slight corner. Shaz falling. No more breach. It's going to be quite difficult for them now. You're probably going to see this round slow down a bit now as we reach the minute mark.
Sick playing the Astra is a massive surprise. Peeks his head over, almost took out Tex. He knows where that rendezvous went to. Tex is in some major trouble, just backs off, and that allows Dapper and Sick to be able to control this drop.
And Dapper just launches himself into the back of the side. He opens it up with one of the kills. He finds the third as well in the round. Why not? The Tex falling now. It's all up to the two players. On NRG, the aftershock. EU. He's caught Zoms. Spike is down. Both players weak on Sentinels here. They have to play this cautiously. And you can see this crossfire that's being set up now. You know, the EU is playing just around that corner. Quick little shot at a classic little B-hop for info. They know that Sick is playing up there. 37 health to his name. And the cross is being watched. The Spike, the Fusel in pro.
When they played this at Champions. And something that sprung out to me, even though the compositions are different, every single attacking round that Sentinels played on Fracture against Crew, they ran a split. They never defaulted. So this is actually slightly different. You see how they're spread around the map? Dapper's just taking dish control. They have then Zoms watching over towards Tree. This is a bit of a different look. The strategy for Sentinels was quite one-dimensional when it came to Champions. It worked incredibly well. But this slower pace is slightly different. If you fast flank against them, though, they will collect you. So Som in a bit of danger if he feels like it's safe to push all the way up to halls.
Still a dangerous round for them. Tex, oh my goodness. Almost got the head taken clean off there. 5 HP. Dapper going to be clearing away. Just that trip for the moment.
And here's that flank coming in from Som. They're normally so aware of this. Can Shaz and Zoms deal with it?
Doesn't look likely. Som trying to spray them down. Just dashes to safety, but he has the backup now. Just behind him, playing together with Hayes. Giving him that old man buff now as they just push them now from every single perceivable angle of halls. Somehow Tens gets that kill while stunned up. Watching themselves a drop.
To obfuscate where they're going. Let's see this battle in Tree.
Quick flash. Som just has to hug that corner, but they know exactly where he is. Still, he finds Som. Pushing deep in them when the tour de force. Dapper supporting him from behind. Still, it's the pincer. They want to try and convert this bonus, and they do get that one pick onto Shaz. Bursting themselves through the box. Zoms is in trouble, 29 health, and they've got the spike down. NRG in control of this round, despite the fact that it's a 2v3. Pushing right through the record star. And they're still getting all the picks now. Hazed. Collecting them, and it's down to a 1v1. Him versus Tens.
He has no idea. He just doesn't know where Tens is whatsoever. Sick ran through tunnel to try and help Zoms, and Tens was lagging behind. But that's actually set up a situation here where Tens is able to get the spike safely and head over towards B. But at this point, Hazed, having not made contact towards A, has an idea that the spike is going to go down on B. Tens has been nasty in 1v1 so far. Has he got it this time?
We'll see. Oh my goodness, a quick dink. Spike is down, and Hayes knows exactly where he is. Smoke Tens just trying to fake that he could be crossing, eventually going to be B-hopping behind those dice, but still this 1v1 is so important for them. Right round the corner, and he hits.
And Sentinels once more set up for a bit of a default. The Astra being added into their composition instead of the Sky. 6 change to the agent comp overall. Means that it's a little easier to default on this map. You've got the Sucks to be able to stop any defensive aggression. But this setup towards A looks dangerous. Tex takes first contact. Looks like a fault line from EU. And Android was going to swing. Shaz has felt it out. Baited out the trap play. And now it's going to be on Som hiding in Arcade.
Dapper has been a bit of a menace here at Arcade. Time being brought down. That's Hayes taking the angle. That's Sick falling. More Astra for their comp. Som has been spotted, though, behind these boxes. Needs a teammate to play off of. They know Dapper's there, and that's going to be the second one for Hazed. Good performance thus far. Sentinels still slowly creeping up through the B main. Just seeing if they can find something now. A lot of pressure on Tens' shoulders to see if he can try and convert something. 2 players down. It's going to be hard.
They've been smoked off as well. He currently has the spike. There's only 40 seconds. They don't have any map control towards halls if they try and pivot. This has to be a B hit. And even though the majority of the players are holding from kind of canteen, spawn kind of area for NRG, Som still has tower control. And Tenzi spending all of this time clearing out the underground, but that's just not where they are at all. This feels impossible for Sentinels.
I really feel like they should just be saving the rifles in this situation. And a stun just queued up. It's 12 seconds remaining. Surely they're not going to go for this.
Revenge for the PAX Invitational and the 30-bomb Summer Cup.
The annals of history you're reaching into there.
Oh, there's a rivalry that extends. The ancient archives must be pried open. Here's a B-split, though, with pace.
Oh, this is fast. It's stunned up, though. Tens might find it difficult to collect that kill. Haste! He wins it out. Som taking out the Astra player on the other side of things as well. Sick and new to this role. Again, it's going to be Sentinels. 2 players down.
And so much on Shaz to try and find another duel. This time it does go the way of the Sentinels, but Som is instantly there with the trade.
Som's just working his way around the trade again. Dude, Som is so good. This is one of the scariest aspects of NRG as a team. It's how clean their fundamentals are. It's the way they play off of each other. Always there, ready to just capitalize if a teammate takes a duel. And Dapper, Bulldog in hand, I imagine just wants to try and make it expensive for them. You can see him, he was tapping the orb a couple of times there, just trying to bait a swing, but NRG not taking that bait for now. Very patient play. In fact, the jiggle peek is just showing how much they respect Sentinels. Not willing to give them really an inch still.
Position. Shaz, of course, with one of his own, but unless they get an early pick, and the early picks haven't been going their way, unless they get that early pick, it's hard to justify investing ultimates.
The game plan's been lacking a little bit from Sentinels, and I know Dapper is just trying to work his way in here. You can see they committed the aftershock just to clear him out of that corner, making sure that they hold down dish control.
Dapper's actually been playing pretty passively here on this chamber. Just sets up his trademark over towards the bridge side. Now going to regroup. And it looks like this is going to be a big pop into sand. Nobody there to... Oh, they're actually slowing down the pace. They're using this utility, and it looks like they're set at any point to burst. As soon as they do, EU is going to crumble this push.
He seems to be so aware of it as well. Ult in hand. He knows that they could be in sand.
They have the trademark here. It's just off the trademark. Look at this, around the corner in sand.
Stun forces the dash. Straight back into halls. They know that a lot of the players, the Sentinels, are going to be grouped around this area. This smoke probably going to be fading soon. It's EU flashing through just to make sure that Android doesn't get caught unaware. They're grouped up now, 5 in halls smokes. Try and get them into the site. The spam damage Tens is taking so much of it. It's going to be the Viper's Pit drop down. It'd still be winnable for them, presuming that they don't get taken out by a lot of this spam, but it looks like they're just trying to play post-plant all from halls here.
Still 2 players coming into sight, and EU still has that breach ult. They're going to scale quickly after it as well, just trying to spam in as much as possible, soften them up. Pull. Here comes the ult.
Oh, it's all combo together, but a counter-rolling thunder comes through. They're all vulnerable up at the back of the site. 2 quick kills for them, but still not out of it just yet. Sentinels down to the final 2 players. The aftershock to defuse, still being stuck by Tex. Shaz! What an absolute menace he is. 2 kills for him. It's all down to Dom at the back of the site. The spam comes.
That is not a good start. But you breach and you jet here, looking to try and take control. Tex has been stunned, so he can't scope in on his tour de force. Dapper's got the spike up towards Dish as well here. So, again, I'm anticipating at all times Sentinels to pull out one of these fast rounds that they were doing at Champions. But everything has been slow-paced so far for them on attack.
Just holding across, I suppose. Nice little flash will push Tex off the angle. Still has a tour de force, but look. The lack of committal. Now it looks like they're trying to take a bit of horse control. The dash. Ooh, my goodness. Tens wants to try and catch him unaware. Cheeky play. This gets rid of a bit of that utility, and now they're going to be backing off again a minute in this round, and it has been, Josh, as you were saying, so slow from Sentinels.
And think about what that does. EU hasn't had to use any of his utility. Still has the aftershock. Still has both flashes. Android still has a molly to be able to use, and if he gets a kill, he's got that Viper roll. They're not really putting pressure on NRG in this early round. They're denying some information, sure, but broadly speaking, NRG are in control here. I don't know whether you expect this angle as well. There is a possibility Dapper dies to this and just drops the spike at Dish, which would be horrendous. Here comes the Astral Wall.
Yep. Cosmic Divide splits across the site, and now you're seeing them Just try and get in on the side. Just stops for the moment in halls, but there's a quick peek. Android holds it down from the upper section of it, but the drop down, not able to get too much more than that. 3 kills for Android and Sick. Last player standing. Catch that timing, finds the second one, but does he know the third is on the site?
This looks like it's got a bit more pace in it on the eco round. Here comes Tens with his knives.
Oh my goodness. Dangerously close. See Som having to back away with the op now, and yeah, Tens of the Blade Storm. And they've got Dapper with that Tour de Force, I believe, in hand. A lot of opportunities for them to find some picks. These are the most dangerous of eco rounds. Use those ultimates to offset the economical disadvantage they might have. And you can see burst the play. The updraft as Tens just looks to try and find ahead any sort of target. Feels like it's been so long since we've seen Sentinels leading with any sort of advantage in these rounds, but at least you're going to get the plant down.
They get the plant down quite easily there. EU still has Aftershock. Could have tried to use it to deny. I think that means he's going to use it as part of the retake. And that's going to put pressure on Zoms to swing. The person that's in the great position to clutch this is Tens. He's going to have a fantastic crossfire as these guys commit. Has to be smoked off.
Knives popped off here by Som. There is the Aftershock as well to try and clear off this side. Shazwa 4, but look at that. Tens tries to make it work, just whiffs those knives. Som with a quick right click. Som was vulnerable to up there, but still trying to find them. Now we're seeing it.
Thinking about an NRG upset, but I wasn't expecting it to happen here on map 1. Here we go, a stun again. Hayes so far aggressive in this one. He manages to take it and the trade. Dapper and Sick both fall, and they have dominated the bridge side. I like this aggressive counterplay, though, from Sentinels. They take A, and it's going to be a post plant, but they've just completely lost Dish.
Yeah. A very potent position you want to be trying to hold down if you are planting on A, but they, once again, they're playing these post plants now. You can see Shaz has to be so cautious. He was watching the flank in case work their way around. Players now looking to try and pop out. 4 players on the draw. Force drop down, a bit of spam comes through. Android getting chunked down to about half health. Dangerous situation. The stun comes through. Tens. He's got to try and create some magic. Rolling Thunder going to be catching onto a whole bunch of them, but Zoms holds it down once more. Flash is going to catch him. Has to back off into the corner. And now time is running low. NRG going to get a move on now as the pace.
Zom once more. Op in hand. Peeking towards Zoms, towards Tree. He knows the kind of area that Zoms would have been playing in here. Aftershock pulls him out.
Oh, almost set up for the perfect kill. Just whiffs it though. Has to dash away and falling very low. This is another fast burst. Look at that stun. The placement of it finally. Sentinels with a bit of momentum. 2 picks going their way with Som out of the picture as well. This becomes so much more easier for them in the round. Cosmic Divide committing just towards the tail end, and NRG are so far back right now. It looks like they're already setting up for just a bit of a save.
That would be very surprising. I think they're trying to hunt for anybody that was playing on the other side of the map. Worried about a bit of a lurk, although Sentinels haven't been 4-1 defaulting. I would be a little surprised if NRG don't try and commit to this. I know that they're really, really far away, and it does look like they're setting up for a save. I suppose, yeah, the money is not great for EU and Android. They just want to be able to play for that Viper ult in the next round.
Yeah, hold it down. You can see Shaz already just scoping it out.
Yeah, this is going to get a little bit stickier. Shaz pokes his head in here, but they have enough money to be able to at least attempt, make it expensive for NRG.
Just trading the utility. What a shot from Sick, and the wallbang through the dish. Sentinels are just trying to take as many weapons away from them as humanly. Buying up, Som only going to be able to get the Judge in hand. Just want to be buying up with those rifles, and here's a bit of an adjustment. Okay, Viper's Pit, Android locks up Arcade.
Oh my word.
Okay. Well, disgusting shot. Yeah, a disgusting shot. Chance going to be picking up the op. It's like, okay, well, my turn now. See what we can do. But they know that they've given up drop control. Dapper just trying to find the angle. In fact, he gets it. Survives on 10 HP. Comes that one out now. Brings it to the 4v4 for them. Still, as I say that, on the other side of things, that's Shaz falling.
Same angle. EU ripping off another head on the same angle. Tens and Shaz both falling here. Similar kind of theme with Sick and Dapper working together to just contact in through Dish. And now they're going to return. And it looks like they're going to try and get through this Viper's Pit. But what possible utility do they have to put any pressure on Android? It's going to be so difficult.
They're just going to contact in. Look, he's got his camera down to the floor just so we can see them before They really see him, and there you go. Stun straight through the choke. EU's anticipating it was going to be a fast little burst there from Sentinels. 2 players remaining. Do they still want to play into this one?
The Sentinels' money is still good. You might as well go for it. As the Viper utility falls, now Sick and Zoms actually have an opportunity. EU's been so good at anchoring this position so far this round.
He needs to try and pick up the pace now, though. That one pick going up.
What does the play look like here? Possibly Tex taking a bit of contact towards Halls that triggers a breach ult, perhaps. But there isn't really anybody to follow up on it. This looks more like a fault line, actually.
Yeah, he's just holding the stun, waiting. They're going to know roughly that Tex is playing this slight off angle in Halls. Okay, Dapper. Slow play, a drop, just making sure that they clear the utility. There is the stun. Plays off of it. Tex gets the 1 pick, and he's out of there.
And NRG are doing a much better job of setting up their players to win these 1v1s. Not always. There isn't always utility, like EU's couple of kills that he got in the prior round. But there, the fault line works wonders. Tex must know that Dapper and Sick are on dish. He simply must. They've done it so many times.
They see the gun just sticking out, and it pings it. Shaz gets the swing, and he knows exactly where Tex was playing. Now here comes the push attempt. Sentinels just trying to get themselves onto this side. You can see the spike currently in Hall. Zoms holding onto it for now. Make sure that they clear every single spot. The stun sent down just in case, but NRG nowhere near.
Oh, they're looking to try and maybe bait out the breach ult there. Zoms is going to pop it. This is going to be a repeat of one of our prior rounds, where we saw EU looking for the breach ult retake, and Zoms was able to stay alive on site. Shaz still playing from that Hall's position as well. All looking like a mirror image.
Dapper is going to be crucial here on this drop position. When this push starts to come through, how are they going to scale off of this? Now comes the rolling thunder. I think Dapper just about side dodged it. Smoke is just playing inside, but look at that flash, the perfect timing of it still. It's a 2v2. Dapper, one stray shot. EU's managed to get it, still holding it down. Not enough. EU finding the kills. 10 HP to his main. That is going to be the half. Nice little diffuse for him.
And it's been fairly one-sided so far. You could argue maybe there's a defense-sided element to this, as Shaz gets that fault line set up towards a Halls.
So fast.
Playing the same position. They are much quicker in order to take this map control compared to what Sentinels were doing on the other side of things. They're still defaulting a little bit, with Android looking over towards Tree as well, but Sentinels now have to be worried about the A-Halls area that entire time, especially if Tex breaks this trademark, which he does. This is going to keep 3 players from Sentinels on A this entire time. And yeah, this would be a monumental win for NRG to get under their belts. I mean, there goes EU, though. That's Dapper coming up with some work. He got the first pick of the map, actually, playing that chamber, which he wasn't doing at Champions, as a reminder, with the Headhunter. Finds another one on the pistol round.
Well, quick dash in. Som wants to try and take this fast, but he's vulnerable up still. Collects the one. Zom's trying to anchor it down. Not capable of finding the pick onto Som, and Som's still kind of trapped now, separated from the rest of his team. As all this was going on, a couple of picks went their way of Sentinels. You can see Dapper's still holding now, just about to start rotating as the plank comes down, and the call is going to be made to try and hold this one forwards. Android with that pick onto Shaz is going to set them up nicely as they just retake now sand control. Got a nice little crossfire set up.
Yeah, this is going to be difficult for them to get back through. Sick does not have any more stars. They take him out. It's only the 2 players left at dish.
They hear the drop. Tens. He has to create magic here for him. Dapper's going to be covering right around the corner, but Som answers back straight away. It going his way. Tens! Oh my goodness. You knew where the players were, and you know he's going to be good for it most of the time.
This looks like a fairly standard setup. Shaz playing with the fault line, Zom's still in Halls, and Dapper, even though he's changed up his agent since last time we saw, still occupying the arcade position, trying to hold B tower.
Tap there off the orb just to try and bait something. A little bit of a swing, but they're not going to anticipate. Tens up top. Ooh. Doesn't quite catch the head of Som. In fact, Som able to just dash away to safety. I think Sentinels are going to be quite aware that the players are grouped up now around this B area.
They found my trap.
So many players in that tunnel for NRG, just working their way around the map. They've put some fairly decent presence towards arcade, so now they're just going to try and pop in from tree. There is always this Viper utility that's going to make Sentinels worried.
It could be everything right now, Tens. Oh my word.
Down B.
Spray down catches the players unawares. They were just trying to contact straight in. Still EU. Quick response. Takes the head of 6 straight off. Tens, though, tries to hold it down one.
NRG. So this time he just plays Dish, kind of on his own. There is a stun to be able to work off as well.
Yeah, that's exactly the point here. He's always going to be trying to play off of Shaz in this breach. Ooh. 2 knives gone. Quick little jiggle here from the NRG players as they're trying to get a feel for the positioning. And look at this, they're waiting to see if Tens pushes a little bit deeper. Eventually backing away from it now.
NRG's Viper Wall can sometimes fake that they're pushing up tree and just contacting in, and that's why Dapper's put a trademark there. This arcade area is when most people play their Viper Wall in a double controller setup, but now the NRG players just have to hold angles for each other. As Hayes gets into Astral Form and tucks himself around the corner, it's on Som, it's on Tex to open this up.
Oh my goodness, sick. Dangerous swing around the corner, just about tanks the player. Cool wallbang there, but they've already made their way into tower. NRG, full side control here. You still have to be aware that there could be a player hiding within the smoke. Som has to use dash, and now look at that, the aftershock. The molly, oh, just about mistimed, but still the damage is done. Ends there with the knives. Flame Storm kill, resetting them, and you're going to start to see the pace now increase. The Rolling Thunder comes in, and it's going to catch a bunch of the Sentinels players. Will there be any sort of capitalization off of it? Doesn't look likely. Tens still there, leading the charge for his team, and he knows that there's going to be a player up in tower here, trying to play.
One enemy
Post plan holding down the corner, the quick right click. That'll do it. The fuse comes through. No one dying on the side.
These late round scenarios. Here we go again, a massive clash towards tree. There's the suck, the stun. The Sentinels are dominating this area. Som is so isolated.
Hey, the amount of utility they've just poured into this area. And yep, Som is so alone. Just hiding behind the smokes, just praying that they don't end up clearing him out. You can see they have to use their own pull just to make sure that this player's not hiding behind this box. It's going to be re-cleared, but still Sheriff's in hand. Tex, okay. Contacts around the corner, catches the one player. Still got ammo to spare. 7 shots left in the headhunter. If he can find another one.
The information here, though. The info is arguably more important than the kill, honestly. If he spots another couple of players, he'll be able to tell the rest of his team to just commit onto B, and there's only Sick there.
Tries to make a bit of noise in the process as well, just to pull those players towards it still. Sick left to anchor now onto B. The stun. It's going to be connecting here up into tower. It could be in trouble. Takes the swing anyway, while Som takes his head clean off. Now straight away, the scaling is quick. Aftershock just put down, swing through. Yep, the spike is now isolated at B main. Still the kills. Be even for them, roughly speaking. Sentinels only 2 players remaining, and now they've gifted Som a rifle still. There's a little bit of hope here for Dapper. Spike gets picked up now as Android very low, still tries to plant down. You can see Dapper trying to take the shot. He's good in his clutches. We've seen it in the past. Let's see if he can pull it off. 1 player low takes him out. Android no longer present. He knows that Som has the knives as well, but only 50 health. A single knife.
Android's got his ult for the post-plant kind of situations. We've got Tens just holding down tree, but once more they're getting really aggressive early on. What is that? That's a wallbang through the door from Shaz. Shuts down the star player from NRG.
You are divided.
Som tried to skip over the stun as well that was coming his way. She's using the dash to try and take some space, scale really quickly. NRG do have to be careful though. Sentinels, you're looking at it with the tour de force in hand for Dapper and Tens with the double up setup. One mistake. Be critical. Still, that's going to be the Viper's Pit laid down. It's going to keep Sentinels now on their toes. I think they're a little bit worried that they could be just contacting in. You can see Som's playing inside of it, almost getting spammed down.
He's going to be so weak. Sick is trying to assist him and help. Meanwhile, there's a chamber battle potentially going to happen over towards Dish. As the Tour de Force watches that. Missed the shot, goes for the repeat as well. There's just chaos happening. Yeah, you can hear the shots rattling out.
Oh my goodness, everybody missing this one still. Zoms finds the one, and it was the most important pick at that. Viper's Pit going to be taken down. Tex, a fast rotation, just takes the ropes all the way to skip across, but 5 players alive for Sentinels.
30
Shut
seconds
down
left.
this push attempt. Viper's Pit just really not quite supported.
Yeah, one of the biggest problems here.
We've got more than enough money to take some liberties in this round, and again, you can see Tens posted up with the op. Locking down that B tree angle.
Although he has been smoked off, and that's going to deny a lot of the information he gets there. He's also playing on top of a trademark, so even if TenZ gets pushed off, they still have some level of info. There's a stun. They're expecting NRG to swing. At some point here, Sentinels are going to try and punish, and they do. Take down Hayes. That's the IGL, the Astra gone.
A beautiful response from him. Shaz just throws in a flash for good measure. Just pushing him away. In fact, he's found another one, and Soms with the crossfire. NRG unwilling to give up that space. Pay for it with their lives.
What?
Tex, what is that? A quick flick of the wrist. He finds one with a tour de force. Has to walk through his own slow, though, and that makes it obvious exactly where he was playing. Android, the sole player now for his team. Like locked down here for
Fearsome. They've got the same kind of setup here to lock down halls as the operator from TenZ moves its way to arcade.
Stun comes through, and the spacing. It's quite good from NRG. They take out Dapper before he could even teleport away. Sick. Holding it down for now. Oh, drops off the cross. You gotta be joking. Tex has been a menace with a headhunter.
They've all been so dangerous when it comes to these eco rounds. That was one of the ways in which NRG were able to upset Rise. They won 4 out of 4 of the eco rounds. Ender was talking about it on the desk. These guys are deadly in rounds like this. Som has a rifle.
Flash through.
So
Yep, they've caught him. Tex finds one. Oh my goodness. Ten's just about to catch Som there. Zoms as well, just peeking through the spawn. Does get Tex, but now he's being swarmed. Has to hold this down. Are they going to think to check this angle now? Already running straight up onto the site, but the timing is not good for him. He peeks his head over just to see if he can collect a couple of kills, and it's given NRG the site. That plan is going to go down, and it's all on TenZ with the op. He has created magic in the past. 6k in the bank. You can take liberties this round.
Capitalize on your advantages. On an eco rounds, here's the op battle again. TenZ goes for the crouch peek.
God.
And Soms, he's good for the shot. That's dish control. Shazam comes to try and plug the gap. Still has all of his breach utility, of course, apart from that fault line. Could look for a flash repeak at some point here, but he's just looking like he wants to go for the dry swing.
That is so brave. I mean, he doesn't orchestrate that he could be swinging that one. No flash, obviously. I believe there was a player playing anti-flash, so I can't believe he takes that risk. He converts into a 4v4. He shouldn't be favored. You're right.
But a massive play. And both breaches have the ult here as well, so things could start to get pretty crazy. Zoms has his Viper ult to be able to deny the plant as well and try and anchor the site, but there's still a minute on the clock. You don't want to commit it too early.
Yeah, good patience being shown, but I can feel a bit of chaos about to erupt here. Tex takes out Shaz, and the swing from Android. Zoms found at the back of the site. Six going to be cleaned up momentarily, and now just Dapper in his way to the site. It's going to be the plant coming down now for NRG, and you can see Android taking up that horse position. This is going to be very difficult for Dapper to try and dislodge.
Another 1v3. I mean, the Sentinels players have been in these positions so many times in this map. It's 11-8. They're going to let NRG get to match point unless Dapper can come up with absolute magic here. Again, dodging the flash. Same setup for
Op v op, we might be seeing a bit of a duel taking place. You can see Som is on the B site. Viper's pick committed there, just in halls. Soms wants to try and hold this down.
And that is going to give Sentinels an advantage in map control. NRG have been taking halls without too much contestation. There are some rounds for sure where Shaz is fighting over it, and NRG have been made to pay with blood. But a lot of the time, they're getting A halls for free and dish for free as well, and that's been a big problem for Sentinels. So I don't mind this Viper's Pit whatsoever. It's really slowed the pace of this round down as well. NRG just have Tex controlling that bridge side, looking to group up. I'm anticipating EU to path into tunnel here, try and clear it out, and then you can go for a big breach onto site from a safe position.
I haven't cleared any of the utility elsewhere on the map. So you can see the Dapper's just got his full setup down on B.
Yeah, but Brent,
could be dangerous.
The trademarks have always been in the same position for Dapper. I find it hard to believe NRG don't know where they are. They've run into them many times, and Dapper hasn't been shifting it up too much.
Well, now we're down to the 35 seconds here, Som. Okay. Is he going to suspect this? The stun. Top of the Jenny. Right there. TenZ finds it. Rifle in hand. Som gone. That's a major central point of the NRG attack. Going to be missing now for them. A quick flash through, and EU, well, ready to just scale so fast. That's a Rolling Thunder deep into the spawn, but Dapper straight up onto the point. Does collect a couple of the kills, but Android now going to be granted enough for the ult. Will he be able to get this plant out? Rolling Thunder to the back, just narrowly avoids
it just missed.
Can he get this plant? Yes, it's not going to disrupt him. He gets it down. The Aftershock not even going to be helping in this as well. Tex playing inside the oldest, a 2v2. This could be the entire map of Soms. What a play from him. It's the 1v1. It's all down to this one. Tex versus Shaz. The stun just misses. He tries to find it, but Shaz clutches it up. What a play from him. Left down to just 70 health in the process, but my word, they needed that.
NRG just trying to inflict damage upon Sentinels here. And Tens with his knives, looking to push out Arcade. Nobody watching this tree area, where there's 4 players from NRG.
Ooh. Yeah, the heavy pressure towards it. Playing with the 3 players, obviously. Did give up that orb. Obviously, when it's fractured, it's not possible to control all the orbs at once when you're on the defending side of things, but it does give Som his knives, and this is a guy who's been making waves for a while now.
Ren, look how little map control they have on the defense. They don't have tree control, they have no holes control, and they don't know anything about Dish. Som is in!
Oh my god, what a shot! I mean, Sick knew exactly where he was, tried to take the repeak. Did bring Som down to 33 health, but this is now more than dangerous. Som still with the knives, just about spots him. Has to run back through that Viper utility. And the round has been slowed down. 45 seconds remaining. Tex holding the tour de force. Gun's about 50 meters long, so I think they might be aware of this one. But now we see the pace turned up. And the crossfire is excellent. Dom's locking this one down. What a flick from him. 3 kills for them. Tex on the side, though.
Sentinel's defense is that they're not really taking space or map control too much. They're fighting for holes some of the time, for sure. But look at how kind of bunched up Dapper and Tens are on the site. They've only got these trademarks to give them information. And by the time they go off, NRG are practically there. Zom's got so many kills in that prior round, he has another Viper ult to be able to put down in halls. This guy is just insane in terms of anchoring, and it's kept them in this map. But can they repel the B hit? It looks like a split coming through any time now.
It's so hard for NRG to try and find something. The flash comes through. Tens, oh my goodness, caught unaware. Ended up jumping. NRG coming out on top here. It's a 3v2. Scaling quickly onto the site. A quick shot, trading the damage between one another. Shaz and Som so low, but did he expect Som to be holding down canteen area? Okay, there's the Cosmic Divide. That's from their own team. It does temper Som's aggression just a tad. He's looking to hold down at the front of Jenny here. Plant now down, and this is where it's really all on the line. Shaz, he's got no utility to work with here on this retake. This could be the map.
The Astro Wall just makes it so difficult to play against, but the time is ticking. If they wait for too long, Haste is going to be playing with this pull on the defuse as well. He just wants to stay alive in this kind of situation. Do they expect Som's position? Yes, they do.
They take him out. That's the first obstacle removed, but still, it's a difficult one for Sentinels. The molly comes through. Now a stun to try and scale deep into tower to try and push these players off. But look at the wraparound, the rotation. They're not even on the spike. And now the pull comes through. It dissuades it. Surely it's not going to end like this, but it does.